Welcome, everyone, to the official Doki Doki Literature Club broadcast. All right, we're going to flip the screen around here and we're going to jump right into the game. Okay, let me just square away a few things. And here we go. Doki. All right, starting a new game here. Enter my name, CJ. My name is CJ, for those of you who don't know. I guess I forgot to do the intro. I don't know the BLT intro, but I will say my name is CJ. I'm filling in for your regular BLT Productions hosts, Burke and Taylor. And today we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope you enjoy. And just so you know, we do have the chat running. Okay. Hey, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, hello, Sayori. She says, ha, ha. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. I guess I have lines that I'll be reading. It literally says my name there. I don't know how comfortable I am with that. For those of you who are tuning in who are not familiar with this game, it might seem a little weird in the beginning here. And I've only seen the first 5 minutes of this played. I stopped watching after that, but I have heard such amazing things about it, and I hear that as it goes on, it gets better. So we're gonna keep this going. We're gonna see how good it can get. We're gonna do an hour tonight. And we're gonna see where we can get. Sayori says, "You say that you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, CJ." Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. All right, I'm not gonna try and imitate her stupid laugh. Okay, we cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the street becomes increasingly speckled with our other students making their daily commute. By the way, CJ, looks like Abby has joined in. Welcome, Abby. Just be forewarned, this is a weird game. In fact, I can't even recommend watching this at all. By the way, CJ, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. Sorry, that's Sayori's voice. I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you wanted to join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I... Dang it, I keep doing the wrong voice. I really got to differentiate. All right, I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Oh, wait. Oh, the character doesn't even say that out loud. This is his inner musings. Oh, great. I've got a lot to learn here. All right, let's keep going. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. All right, Sayori, it's a little harsh. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used. What's a NEET? Hopefully it tells us. Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right, all right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. Nope, no promises though. Dang it. This voice switching, it's really gonna trip me up. I'm just gonna say that right now. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Hey, we got Taylor in the chat. Welcome, Taylor. He says, awesome, you got it working. By the way, for those of you watching, for the thousands of viewers out there, BLT Productions in the chat. I know this is the BLT Productions channel, but that's not me in the chat. That is the grandfather and lord of the BLT Productions YouTube channel. Welcome to the chat, Taylor. You are very welcome. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I let myself relent to her. I don't know what that means. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Okay, thank God we've already moved on. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Hey, we got Danny McKay joining the chat. Nice. He says, whoa. And Abby says she can't breathe. This is gold. Thank you for the compliment. I hope you work out your breathing. May I recommend one of those inhalers? They work great for asthma attacks. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Why did I say it? That was unnecessary. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Yeah, no choice. Anime, you got to start there. Just like I had to start my streaming career with Doki Doki. Hello, Sayori? Sayori must have come into class while I was spacing out. All right, this guy spaces out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. She's easy to impress. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. All right. Whenever they give me these, I don't know what to call them, interjections, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Believe it or not, I'm filming right by my front door, and so everyone else in this apartment complex can hear me streaming this. But I'm doing it for you, for the viewers, not because I want to be here. Whoa, hey, she's the vice president of the literature club. That's cool. For those of you who don't know, I am actually a big fan of literature, so it's part of the reason I want to play this game so much. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. She inherited that title. Wow. Heretical democracy. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Not true. The character of CJ is interested in literature. Yeah, I'm going to go to the anime club. Wow. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Okay, Abby's saying, I honestly wasn't expecting to see one of you guys playing Doki Doki as a notification on my phone. To be honest, I thought it was Taylor playing this. Yeah, Abby, it's me, all right? It's me. I'm the guy who did the Donkey Kong playthroughs as well, so I'm not new to the BLT Productions channel. All right, let's see. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. And as you all know, I'm not a third year. That would mean I would know the classrooms over here. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? Oh, sorry. I glance around the... Why does it bother saying that if this isn't actual dialogue? Okay, girl 1. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Yeah, Taylor says bringing back retro gaming. That's right. You're missing the R and the G there. It's retro gaming, if you remember. Sayori always says nice things about you. Girl 2. Seriously? You brought a boy? Oh, looks like I'm not welcome, this new club. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, come on. I'm not killing any atmosphere. Sexist. Girl 3. Ah, CJ, what a nice surprise. I like girl 3. Welcome to the club. Can't say that, by the way. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Don't put words in my mouth, video game. I wish I hadn't used my real name when playing this. All right. What are you looking at? Says girl 2. If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Okay. It looks like the pink hair girl 2, I think it was. Her name's Natsuki. She's the rude one. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. All right, we got Abby saying, "I apply you, good sir." Thank you, Abby. And Taylor coming in with a question: which girl do you like most now? Moving on. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Okay, first year. She is also one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Oh, well, she made cupcakes, but she's rude. She's got a lot to learn, it looks like. Sayori, you can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. All right, Sayori, don't make it look like we're... Okay. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. You're right, Abby. Girl 2 is feisty. And this is Yuri. She's the smartest in the club. All right, I like Yuri. Yuri's my favorite so far. Yuri. Man, I'm sad they got names because I was getting used to calling them girl 1 and 2 already. Yuri, Natsuki. I'll have to remember those. And don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably? Is that how you say that word? More mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Don't worry, Yuri, I would too. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? Monica. Oh, Monica. That's right. It's great to see you again, CJ. Monica smiles sweetly and then strikes a pose, obviously. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Wow, triple threat. Basically, completely out of my league. Debatable. I'll decide what's in my league video game, putting thoughts in my head. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica? Come sit down, CJ. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. Well, I would rather sit next to Yuri, to be honest, perfectly honest. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Settle down, Natsuki. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? I love tea, Yuri. Wow, we're getting along so well. Okay, it looks like Abby says she likes Monica. She thinks that she is nice. Well, guess what, Abby? I also agree. She is nice. However, I like Yuri better. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. What about Yuri? Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Oh, now she seems nicer. Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Little cats! I love cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Okay, cool. So cute! I had no idea you were that good at baking, Natsuki. Hee. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow. Where'd Yuri go? Where's Yuri? It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and already has managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Abby says that is debatable. I'm not sure what you're referencing there. There seems to be a bit of a delay, but I agree. Totally debatable. I'm on Abby's side with this. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Of course. She wants to know what you think of the cookie. The brownie. Cupcake. Dang it. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. I was thinking, this is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? No. Made them for you or anything. Eh? Oh, these are Canadian Japanese people. That's why they say eh. Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, finally, all right, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Taylor says he likes the different voices. Thank you. I haven't committed to them fully yet, but since you like them, I'll try a bit harder. I guess. Hey, Danny Mac says, great voice actor. I tell you, thanks, Danny. I appreciate you're still watching. I'm surprised I haven't lost all of you by this point in the game, but we're going to keep trucking on. And it's time I'm going to take up the voice acting another notch. I'm going to give each of these girls a voice of their own. Monica. I can't start out with that laugh. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to skip it. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me. They are. Clarification for real CJ. In-game CJ, guess not. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Now that is debatable. Am I right? Okay. Well, you know. Strike a pose. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. That's right, Monica. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Literature does grab my attention. Again, I hate to hammer this home, but they keep really jumping in with the I don't like literature. Okay. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Who? The books? But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! Well, we'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, CJ, what kind of things do you like to read? Yeah, what do you read, CJ? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Yeah, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. More like full joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Not sanitary. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Nice. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Yeah, go Monica. Harry Potter. That's from Abby, by the way. I'm not sure what you mean by Harry Potter. Oh, are you answering? I'm just going to keep going. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Kind of like Harry Potter. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh gosh. Foreshadowing. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Or The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, am I right? Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Oh, I didn't even see Taylor's comment. Okay, Abby was answering Taylor. Taylor says, what is the best book suggestions at the moment? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. I will say so once the scene changes. I want to get finished with this scene real quick, and we will talk about book recommendations. But if anyone has a good book recommendation, throw it down in the chat. Abby's already thrown in Harry Potter. Top notch, top notch. There's a reason it's so popular. Yuri says, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. By the way, I hope she doesn't have a lot of lines, because never mind. It hurts my voice to do her. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is as cute as you are. She's not that cute. Sayori sidles it behind Natsumi and puts her hands on her shoulders. Okay. I'm not that cute. No, you got it right, Natsuki. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! 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 Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even at the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Taylor says, the Witcher series is great so far. I'm back into the second book. That is great news, Taylor. I love the Witcher series. Only read the first book. I would like to continue that series. I also got The Witcher 2 on the Xbox. As usual, I'm about 10 years behind on video games. So I will be starting that game soon, and maybe someday I'll play Witcher 3. Actually, I'm only about a year and a half or so late on this game. So, not so bad. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, Monica. Okay. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Question mark. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, CJ? You know it. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Oh, CJ. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Oh, come on. This guy's not good on his feet. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Yeah, I can understand. Oh, I just noticed they all have different eye color. Sayori's got blue eyes, Yuri's purple, Monica green, and Natsuki's got pink eyes. Interesting. All four girls stare at me, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. I thought, CJ. Come on, CJ. Don't let them down. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. Join the club. Join the club. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Oh, by the way, I'm going to throw down in Frosty Rob's. We are live. That way Smokey can see it, just in case he wants to join. Okay, let's see. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Nice. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Settle down, Sayori. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really came in just for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Yeah, Taylor says don't leave. I agree, Taylor. Sorry, a little behind here. Just catching up on that chat. We didn't leave. So problem solved. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. CJ, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. And she laughs. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing and skills? Writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Abby says, my Wi-Fi time's out for the 4th time today. Not sure what that means, but I'm sure it means that you had to leave the live stream for a second or so. If you're just now coming back, welcome back. If you're just about to leave, I hope you come back, I guess. I don't know. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, CJ, since we're already here, do you want to talk? Do you want to walk home together? Man, this girl. That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! All right, the scene's over. I'll talk about this book I just finished. It's called The Sound of Waves by Yukio Mishima. It was really good, really short book. It's 180 pages or so, less than 200 pages, very short, very beautiful story. It's not a romance. It's kind of like a young love story on an island in Japan. Really cool. It's in this fishing village. I'm not really selling it, but it's an exciting book, and it's a really good read, really good characters, and it's a lot of fun. Check it out if you want a short book that'll captivate your attention. Really immerses you into the world. The writing is superb. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, the obvious choice, and of course, Monica, Abby's favorite. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, it's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Interesting. Okay, so we got to choose words that we think one of them will like. Well, I'm going to try and choose words that Yuri will like. Let's see. Yuri likes excitement. She likes something that could be secretive. She likes... Wait, she bounced. Did that mean she liked that? Let's see. She likes something that has adventure. Oh, wait, no, that was Sayori. Dang it. Let's see. Yuri would like something with analysis. No, that sounds more like Monica. It doesn't look like Monica's an option down here, though. Let's go with, not Sparkle. Graveyard. Yuri mentioned horror. Yes, she likes that. Good, good, good. Okay, Yuri would also like flying. Dang it, that's Sayori again. I swear, I'm not trying to... Okay, intellectual. Oh, no, intellectual. I think that's more Yuri. Yes. Swimsuit, unending dependence, party, hopeless. Hopeless? I don't want to be sad, but like, dang it, Sayori? She's hopeless? Okay. Let's see. I keep accidentally choosing Sayori. I guess I don't understand these girls as well as I want to. Sadness. I'm going to go ahead and guess that that's Sayori. I'm going to go with Daydream. Dang it, Sayori again. This sucks. Okay. Treasure. That's dang it. Just okay. I don't understand Yuri at all. It looks like suicide. Golly. Vivacious depression. Bunny? No, that's for sure Natsuki. Desire. Yes, finally. Okay. All right. Just to jump back into the chat real quick. Abby's got some suggestions. Percy Jackson. I've read that. That was very interesting. I love Greek mythology. Magnus Chase, which is the Norse mythology, I believe. Also probably interesting. Assassin's Creed. Haven't read those. The Aragon series, although you spelled Aragon wrong, but I love the Aragon books if we're talking about the same ones. Maze Runner, Killing Species, Rungs of Fire, Dragonspell, Mouse Heart, written by the player formerly known as Mouse Cop, Foxcraft, and the Bigfoot Book Encyclopedia. She meant Wings of Fire. Sorry, not Wongs of Fire. She also says there is probably more series, but those are more my favorite books alongside Harry Potter, even though I have barely read the first book. Sorry, Taylor. And then Taylor says, scary. She's reading scary books. Not sure if he's talking about Abby or these girls, but we're going to continue on with these girls. Yuri, I'm sure, would like something that says imagination. Yes, nailed it. She would like Starscape. Yes. She would like Destiny. Yes, I've got it. I know her. Doki Doki. That means, believe it or not, for those of you who don't know, Doki Doki is the sound of the heartbeat. Doki Doki. And it's like whenever you get excited or when you fall in love, your heart beats faster. That's why it's Doki Doki Literature Club. It's like literature. Okay, Taylor says no about Yuri. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, she is reading some dark books. But it seems like Sayori has got the even darker ones, like the suicide and hopelessness. Okay, Yuri would like Mary? Awesome. Journey. Yeah, all right, I got her now. I've got her in my sights. Entropy. That's not... Well, maybe... No, that's Sayori. I don't know what effulgent means, but I'm going to... Yes! Okay, shot in the dark. Fantasy. No! Yuri explicitly said she liked fantasy. I want to throw that out there. Vacation. Aura. Okay, back to Yuri. After image. No. Passion. Ah, dang it. Sorry. Tenacious. That's Yuri. Disaster. Oh, this is the last word. I got to get this right. Ocean. Disaster. Massacre. No. Heartbeat. Sock. Sensation. Puppy sensation. Disaster. Yes. Nailed it. Amazing. Okay. Hi again, CJ. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Not that funny, Monica. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, CJ. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Come on! Like he deserves any slack. You don't deserve any slack, Natsuki. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. Well, now I want to, all right? So lay off. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Oh, I see. That's the triple M. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. CJ always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. I don't have to have fun to give it my best. These girls don't know me at all. By the way, Abby says, why do people get so scared reading scary books? Scary movies are more scary than books because you actually see everything that happens. I completely disagree, Abby. Whenever you read a scary movie, it's completely contained in a screen. It's been filmed and it's solidified. It's set in stone. Everything that's filmed, that's what's going on. That's what you see. However, when you read it in a book, you are literally creating it inside of your mind. You are the one that is forming things together and putting all the shots together, and it is not solidified. It can grow and it can stay with you and it can haunt your nightmares. Scary books, way more scary than scary movies. Sorry to lay the slam down on Abby, but just had to say that. Okay, Sayori says, he helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. Am I seriously cleaning this girl's room who's not my sister? Yay. How dependable. Wow. All right, Yuri likes that. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy. It's it's distracting. All right. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and CJ can become good friends too. Sayori. Oh, look. Yuri's playing with her hair. I'm pretty sure that's a sign that she likes me whenever girls play with their hair. Let's see. Taylor in the chat says, get literatured, Abby. And Abby responds, well, I've never read a scary book, so I've never experienced that, CJ, so it doesn't count. Well, Abby, I have the recommendation of all time for you, okay? Listen closely. I read a book series that I loved so much when I was younger, around your age. It was called The Last Apprentice. Ignore the stupid name. The Last Apprentice is about, well, it's these scary books. I'll just say that. It's like a fantasy series. And it like says, Don't read after dark, especially page 394 or something like that. Don't skip to the page it says not to read. Just read the books. They're good. They might scare you. They might not. They're not that scary, but they're really good. So check out The Last Apprentice. Okay, I say, Sayori. Dot, dot, dot. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today. You know. Wait, Sayori! She's blowing her cover. Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Oh my gosh. Abby says challenge accepted. And she also says mom is watching CJ. All right, let it be known. I am now officially embarrassed. Okay, let's see. How many viewers do we have anyway? To anyone else who's tuning in that's not someone I know, that's not someone typing in the chat, this is Doki Doki Literature Club, supposedly a horror game. So it's supposedly gets frightening later on. It might look a little ridiculous, but I guess we're glad to have you watching along anyway. Also, please don't judge me. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, we could what? Discuss it if you wanted. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? All right, I guess the in-game version of me quite likes Yuri. I wonder if that has anything to do with the poem I wrote. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. What's the book? I'm curious. It could be The Sound of the Waves, considering that's a romantic book from Japan, the very book that I recommended. So, could be. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at the story of my life. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. ... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Abby says her mom finds this very amusing. Ah, yes, to my great embarrassment. But we're going to keep going because I don't know why. Stupid air conditioner turned on. If that affects the sound, I do apologize. I hope it turns off soon. Just curious, how come you have two copies of this? Dang it, that's my voice. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, she goes to the bookstore a lot. I also go to the bookstore a lot. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. You bought two of them yesterday, Yuri? Because you said you're rereading bits of it. I'm finding lots of plot holes in your story, Yuri. I see. CJ's catching on. He gets it. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. I'm starting to think she hasn't read this book at all. Taylor says, sounds all good on our sides. Audio, haha. I get it. Thanks, Taylor. He's always got my back. The book is entitled Portrait of Markov. Whoa, sounds Russian. I've never heard of that book. I'm really tempted to look it up to see if it's real. But if someone could look that up and throw it in the chat, is Portrait of Markov real? Also, if it is real, could you name the author? Thank you. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. All right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school. Nice cover story. It's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who've escaped from a human experiment prison. Yikes. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. Yikes. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ha ha ha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden, I believe that said actually. Nice translation, Japanese people. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, CJ? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories. Did her shirt just change color? Am I going crazy, or did her shirt just change color? I'm going to look on my... No, never mind. It didn't. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. Taylor says he remembers hearing about this book. Portrait of Markov? Really? Okay. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy that they believe in. She's interesting. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Abby says she can't find anything. Thank you for looking, Abby. I don't think it's a real book. Although Taylor seems to have heard of it. Sometimes books can be obscure and not always easy to find, but these days you think you'll be able to find it pretty easy. I'm rambling, aren't I? That's okay. This whole game is rambling. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Because he's interested in her. I mean him, not me. Him. Not that, I mean, we're the same. I mean, we're not the same person. He's called CJ, but different. It's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. CJ gets it. The least I can do is listen. Yeah, I can work on my listening skills. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it. Right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. ... Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. Side note here, reading in company with someone is the best way to read. If you have your buddies or your family members and you all sit down in the living room with a book, great time. I love reading with my family. It's a good time. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Dang it. Wrong voice. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I think these two are uncomfortable reading next to each other because of the sexual tension, not because it's reading in company. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. What? She's got some good eyesight. Good eyes. Nice. Abby says, but there was something about, I think, Monica hinting at a project the game developers are working on, maybe. Interesting, Abby. No need to look any further. I'm worried now we're going to find spoilers for the game if we search any further on this portrait of Markov. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Air conditioning is turned off. That's better. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Oh, wow. Smooth move, CJ. I never even thought about that. Same book. Tag team in the book. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Here's the problem. People read at a different pace. So you're going to finish the page and want to flip it, and she's not going to be done, or you're going to be like, are you ready? And it's going to happen every single page. It's just going to be weird. Also, you got to tilt the book to where the light is striking the page at just the right angle. Otherwise, it's going to strain your eye. All right, I'm looking too much into this. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Oh, how romantic. It feels like my left arm is in the way. So instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess I'm sitting to the right of her. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, new angle. Wow. Abby says, I can't say anything more about Markov. I'm guessing she found some spoilers. All right, thank you for withholding, Abby. We're going to keep trucking. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. This is interesting. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Okay. Just turn the page. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. I knew it. I called this. I knew it. I guess you don't have to be a genius to see that. I'm not that smart. Sorry. I think I got a little distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Taylor says, CJ, nice move, me. Yeah, it's weird. It's very strange. I shouldn't have used my own name. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Also, another side note, you don't necessarily get faster at reading the more you read. In fact, I'd argue that you get slower because you learn to take in the words a bit more, and you just take your time with it because you realize it's going to take you forever anyways. Speeding through is not really going to make a big difference. It's the least I can do since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Wow, this is so romantic. We continue the first chapter in silence. Oh my gosh. This should be rated R. Jeez. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her thumb. Jeez. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. That's a dangerous game you're playing, CJ. You never know what the main character of the book is going to do. Whoa. If you look up at her eye, she's looking at me. Just saying. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's a little more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all the things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. It's not much of a compliment. Don't kill the mood, CJ. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But CJ, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It is. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. ... Oh, this guy, he's ruining it. He's ruining everything. I guess I'm more meant it's kind of cute. What are you saying? What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I suppose. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. Not likely. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Taylor says, way to go, man. I'm guessing you mean, that could be several different interpretations. I'm guessing you mean the sardonic, I ruined it, I know. Okay, well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. There's 5 of us, and we all have to find someone to share with. Looks like Natsuki is gonna get the short end of the stick here. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, obviously Yuri, right? It's about Yuri, but I feel like I don't know. I'm just going to go Yuri. Going all Yuri, all in on Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. That's not what I was thinking. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Right. So many scenes with Yuri. ... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Question mark. Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Wait, why am I going to hate? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. Why am I getting so nervous for? Ha 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 ha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. ... Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails up. I went too fast. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. Taylor says, go Yuri. Yes, you did. Did what? In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Wow. What an analysis. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with patience and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? I want to know anybody who chooses Natsuki in this game. Seriously. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Don't apologize to me. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air. Calm breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Continue. Click outside poem area to continue. Abby says, poems are difficult. I wrote one about Bigfoot, but it was horrible. I dislike writing poems, but reading them is fine. Well, Abby, that's interesting you say that. Writing poems can be difficult, but also rewarding. That's the second mention of Bigfoot you've had. I'm sure it wasn't a bad poem. Anyways, I'd encourage you to continue writing poems. I write poetry sometimes. ... I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Script. I don't say script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Well, don't hold back next time, Yuri. Please, I can take it. Abby says, sorry about my obsession with Bigfoot. No need to apologize. I tend to obsess over strange things sometimes as well. Like this game. I'm not obsessed, but the fact that I'm live streaming it should say something. This is my first time playing. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? What kind of laugh is that? I'm not even going to try. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, CJ. Really? Wait, what ghost story? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it at all. After all, the poem. But really, that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Yikes. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. What was my poem? If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, CJ. Ah, me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Golly, do I have to show it with all of them? All right, I'm going to do one more. Hopefully I don't have to go through everybody. Let's go Monica next. Hi, CJ. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. She laughs. Let's see, Taylor says, ha ha ha, the laughs are on key. Thank you, thank you. And Abby says, yes, Monica. Oh yeah, I forgot Monica was Abby's favorite. Don't worry, CJ, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, CJ. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. Wow, what a compliment. It's really metaphorical. I want to know what my poem is. I mean, can a brother get on lot A? I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Ooh. Cold, cut deep. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it by just feel or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. Jeez, this game. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Okay. Oh, come on. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas! I already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay, that was pretty deep. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. I agree with that, by the way. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to go through all of these. Taylor says, haha, have some water, man. The throat must be burning. Abby says, take a water break. Don't kill your throat. No, there is no rest for the sick, all right? Let it be known that I don't take water breaks. I actually did just get a new water filter. I might try that out. Delicious. Well, we're rounding up on the end of this one. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read my poem to the next two of these girls. That way we can get this out of the way. And we'll wrap up for the evening. Because I'm sure we've been going for a little while now. I'm not sure how long. How long has this been going on? Yeah, if someone could tell me how long I've been going, I really don't know. I think it's been an hour and like 10 minutes. All right, let's go into Sayori here. Save Natsuki for last. That one's going to be a real test. Sayori, ... This is a good poem, CJ. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Not to mention that I'm standing. Well, of course. Sounds like Sayori has had a long love for this CJ character, i.e. me. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, CJ. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? I don't recall you saying that. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. The full picture of my motives here. Abby says, I don't know. I came into the live stream super late because I didn't get a notification beforehand. I don't remember what I said to you, Abby. Righto. Moving on. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Wow. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my new way of thanking you. Taylor says, I don't take water breaks. Gulp. Well, I meant it. I'm wrapping up soon, so Oh, Abby says she doesn't know when I started. Got it. Okay, I'm on board here. Okay, I got it. That will be my new way of thanking you. All right. I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. I really enjoy actually reading these poems. It's my favorite part of the game so far. Dear Sunshine. Okay, now I see what Monica was talking about with the directness. Taylor says about an hour and 15. All right, we're almost done, guys. We're going to wrap it up soon. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away on a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Very direct poem. Very direct. Very stream of consciousness, I think we would call that in the literature business. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least she makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. Okay, it wasn't that bad of a poem. I quite liked it. You didn't understand at least. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. It is, kids. Kids, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. All right. Sorry, also a fan of Monica. But next time, I won't forget. I skipped a line there. I think she said she was going to write a good poem, the best poem. Well, I guess I look forward to it. All right. We're just moving on through the last one. Here we go. Natsuki. ... CJ, if you're not going to take this club this seriously, then go home. All right, looks like this is going to be as difficult as I thought it was. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Okay, she's making some assumptions that I think are a little unwarranted here. I did put effort into my poem, even though I don't know what it is. Do you think that I'm stupid? A little. I'm not a writer. maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Abby says, I barely have breakfast and I'm perfectly fine. I just listen to happy music to get me going in the morning. You barely have breakfast insinuates that you have some breakfast. Therefore, you have breakfast, Abby. Logic. Painful to think about. ... Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Not that fair, to be honest. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Yeah, you're right about that, Natsuki. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. That's not that bad. Not that bad, Natsuki. Very straightforward, very simple design. People can try. You probably should have said humans can try, but I don't know. I'm no critic. What do I know? I'm just a guy who plays Doki Doki Literature Club all by himself late at night during the week. Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. All right, me and CJ are on the same page, looks like. Abby says, still, I don't always have breakfast. Prove it. Natsuki says, what? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more... But the other thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. Did she? I don't remember the rhyme being set up at the end. My bad, I guess. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. With the explanation point there, I thought she was saying that's what it means to be a prole, which short for proletariat. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. All right, she's a little full of herself. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew, I guess that's everyone. A glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for all the for my mediocre writing abilities. Yep. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Yikes, this is getting bad between these two. But I do have a couple suggestions. That's not going to go over well. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and CJ did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Taylor says, Yuri, you got this, CJ. Tensions are on the rise from Abby. Yes, tensions are on the rise. It's true. Which I haven't yet. And CJ liked my poem too, you know. Oh, great. They're fighting over me. This is wonderful. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh, gosh. The music just stopped. Okay. All right. It's about to get real. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Wow. It's getting hot in here. Jeez, I have to turn that air conditioner back on. All right, this is not the music I was expecting. Hey, that's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that CJ appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Uh-huh. And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh gosh. All right. Sound effects. Okay. Sayori, breaking up the tension. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as CJ started showing up. Okay. Abby says, you're splitting them apart, CJ. Yeah, I am. Okay. Natsuki! Oh, and Yuri's very embarrassed now. Natsuki, that's a little... Nat and Yuri, this doesn't involve you. Yikes, Monica. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Taylor says, whoa, too far! Yeah, too far, Natsuki. Okay, all right, I gotta step in. I gotta stop this. CJ, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, CJ. Whoa, Bossman Gaming. What's up, boss? Welcome to the chat. He says, hey, guys, welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. We're actually just wrapping up here, believe it or not, once this whole tension settles down. Anyways, I'm going to jump back into it. Yuri says, wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, CJ? Okay, Abby says, cat foat or cat fogged. Oh, fight, okay. Nat and Yuri. Well, ... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be, okay, all right, we got a decision here. We got 3 choices. I think you all know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to side with Natsuki. I could have Sayori come in and help and diffuse this because I don't want the literature club to fall apart and I don't want to break up their friendships. So go ahead and throw down in the chat what you think I should do. I want to side with Yuri, but I don't want to break up their friendships. So let's see. Bossman Gaming says, I'm not trying to be offensive here, but I'm here mostly for the memories. I'm here mostly for the memories from Monica. Okay, well, welcome, Bossman Gaming. Monica is around. Don't spoil anything, though. I have not seen the end of this game, and I think other people have not seen the end of this game, so no spoilers. Abby says, my money is on Natsuki. I'm not going to side with Natsuki, Abby. Jeez, do you not like Yuri? All right, well, yay, another person who likes Monica. Okay. Well, I'm tired of waiting for the chat to decide. I'm going to go ahead and just side with Yuri because I think I just want to. I'll write. Fine. Natsuki. What? Natsuki? I said Yuri, right? I clicked on Yuri. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait! That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. See, Bossman Gaming says, not like that. There is more. It's not a spoiler, though. Well, no spoilers. If it can be even remotely interpreted as a spoiler. Let's see, Bossman Gaming says, I would also choose Yuri over Natsuki and Sayori. Okay, all right. Thank you, Bossman Gaming. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, hey, you're a seriously talented writer. Geez, I'm being such a mitigator here. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. I'm being a little preachy here, I think. I think I didn't have to take this route, and that's not what I intended. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Abby says, oh, come on. Bossman says, I'm talking about reap life, people. Reap life. I'm talking about reap life. Talking about the reaper, okay? Real star. BLT Productions says, haha, no more Nick Flicks. Welcome, Bossman Gaming. I'm not sure. Nick Flicks? Who's Bossman Gaming? Is that Nick? Could that be Nick? All right. Yuri says that strange sound effect again. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It's her. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Ooh, all right. Monica has stepped in. Okay, Bossman Gaming has said, who the heck is Nick Flicks? And Abby said, yeah, what is Nick Flicks? To fill people in, Nick Flicks are stories about a guy named Nick who was an absolute fool. All right, he was an absolute fool of a person, talking about shaving his legs in the kitchen because he wants to go to a nude photo shoot. He was one of her roommates. Anyways, back to the story. Monica, laying down the law, says, Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Boss Man says it. I thought it was a Netflix ripoff. Kind of is. Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Oh, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. That is heartbreaking. She doesn't need to throw away her poetry. Okay, Local Brick says, microwave your phone for an epic surprise. Thank you. I actually have a microwave right next to the laptop, so I will do that. Anyways, I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone have not gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks, CJ. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That thing that Natsuki said about, her boobs. I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? All right. Playing it real. All right, okay. Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Okay, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. About time for me to leave, too. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. Hey, Natsuki's back. Welcome back. I'm glad you've calmed down. CJ, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. ... I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Okay, the chat's blowing up about the correct meaning of senpai. I'm not going to bother reading it. You can read into that if you want. CJ, Sayori says, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee. Sayori beams at me. It has truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. All right, so the walk home begins. We're going to go ahead and end things there. This has been a long stream so far, probably like an hour and 40 or hour and 30 minutes. But thank you so much for tuning in. This has been episode number 1. We're going to be coming back each and every night at 8 p.m. sharp. 8 p.m. sharp. We're talking about piercingly sharp 8 p.m. We're going to be streaming parts 2, 3, and 4 of Doki Doki Literature Club. Today's episode was, you could call it dry. I was actually quite invested in these storylines, but not a lot happened, not a lot of action. We're going to see where it goes in the future. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. As per the suggestion of, Local Brick, I am going to microwave my phone, and we're just going to see what happens. I do have the microwave right here. All right, got the phone in the microwave. So I hope everyone enjoyed the broadcast. I'm going to get this started, and we're going to find out tomorrow what happened. Thank you so much for tuning in, and this has been BLT Productions. Bye.